Hello everybody. Today I am going to be detailing the process of becoming an editor and contributor towards my site, muchurnews.com. Alright, so as you can see, we post articles, blog posts, and it's a blog style site relating to current events and news, and the articles are always followed by polls to give readers an interactive experience. So to become an editor of my site and to contribute towards the articles section, you're going to have to first fill out an editor application in this editor's tab on the menu bar. To do that, just fill out the information. So for example, Joe Schmo could be first and last name. For example, maybe joeschmo@weebly.com, your website, or your email, pardon. And then you have to agree to responsibly edit the site in solely the articles section, this tab right here, with valid and of course appropriate content that relates to news and current events. This video is, I'm replacing it with the video I am talking about right now, actually. I'm going to upload this video to replace that because it's more in-depth about the process, and it's correcting some things that I said in there. So here we go, back to the editor application. To apply, just fill out the information, click submit. Your information will have been submitted, and then I will go into my Weebly dashboard and I will get the email with my email account. I will get the email that you have applied to become an editor, and then that is when I'll go to settings, editors. I'll try to add you as an editor as soon as possible using the email you gave me in the application form, and then you'll be able to edit. And again, just to clarify, only edit in the articles section, and if you abuse your powers, it's kind of harsh, but just stick to these pretty simple guidelines. Or I don't want to sound harsh, but I can eliminate you as an editor at any time, so just keep that in mind. Alright, to create a post for an interesting news article or some event that you find interesting, click that blue new post button. If you didn't see it, I'll do it again. New post. Alright. Post title. Let's say in 2016, Hillary Clinton becomes president. Alright. I mean, you probably, if this did happen, you probably wouldn't be writing about it, because as the webmaster, I tend to write about the bigger things like that. You'd probably write about stories like that. Like, you could definitely talk about political information, but I would try to do the big stories like this. I'm just giving you an example of I'm just giving you an example of a story. Oh, and for the date, it's gonna be set to whatever day it is at the time you're writing the article. But you can set it to a different date if you want. So this would probably be in November, 4th, 5th. And then again, you drag this text box over here, and that's what I have here. And generally an indent in Weebly is, I've noticed, about 12 spaces. So just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then say Hillary Clinton wins the presidential election of 2016. Obviously, you'd write more about this, blah, 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 and you'd write multiple paragraphs, but this is just, again, an example. And this is the default font size, so you'd want to increase it 1 time. And another thing I did not mention was that below the date, you're going to want to put a text box just like you did for the article itself, but for this, you're going to say by what I write is by Matthew, and I put in parentheses webmaster. You wouldn't put parentheses, you can just write by Joe Schmo. or use a nickname or a pseudonym, just anything to signify that you are the author of this article, or this blog post, and you increase the font size by 1 because the default is a bit too small, and you do it to solid black. The code is 000000, and then that's that, and you have your article piece right here. Obviously, you'd write more, you'd have more text, and then right in between the the author's name and the article, which is a gray font, the default font you want to keep in the article, you can put a YouTube video. And you'd make the size large just to, again, keep the consistency of the site. And you'd add a YouTube video URL so that relates to Hillary Clinton becoming president. So let's see. Hillary Clinton. Alright, you probably wouldn't do this. It would probably be something else. But since this relates, I guess, to Hillary Clinton, this is just an example. You'd post that you'd copy and paste that YouTube video URL, and look, it shows up right there. So that's a good way to incorporate a video. Or, instead of a video, you can also use an image. Put it right in between there. So, let's search up Hillary Clinton images. This one from biography.com. Again, copy the link. Click the upload image. You can save it to your computer, to your desktop, and then upload it that way. But I find it's just easier, for me personally, to use the URL, paste the URL, insert it, and then there she is. And you can resize the image by clicking edit, and just try to make it around the size that a video would be, the amount of space a video would take up. And finally, after your article, after your text, you do press enter and press enter again. And here is where you do the poll. So you bold, italicize, and say, this story's poll. And incorporate it with your story. So, for example, a poll to the readers could be, sorry, you have to unbold it and unitalicize it. Will Hillary Clinton make a good president? That is a potential poll question. And then you'd go on and say, maybe some say she will make a good president because this, while opponents say that she wouldn't make a great president because this. You could kind of use that to give a little bit of both sides of the question. And then go to the More section on your sidebar in the Weebly editor and put the poll under the description of the story poll, and then center the poll, edit the poll, and your poll question could be, I've already done this in the other video, will Clinton make a good U.S. president? That could be your poll. That would be your poll question for this particular one. All right, let me redo this. It's sometimes. Alright, okay, this is a good time to explain. Sometimes Weebly glitches up for whatever reason. If it goes to the home page and you had an article or a blog post and all of a sudden it's not there, don't fear, because there's a good chance it's in the draft section, like right here. Right, and see the polls right there. Alright, I'm going to try to edit the poll again. Alright, so, again, will Clinton make a good U.S. president? You save the poll. Alright, this is not liking me today. So, again, in the drafts, oftentimes you gotta play with Weebly because the editor can get a bit confusing and it sometimes can glitch. So I can always just retry entering the poll. It won't necessarily work. I'll edit the poll. Again, will Clinton make a good U.S. president? Da 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 da. Alright, so it's not working. But anyway, what you're going to do with this poll, you're going to click edit, and you're going to create that poll. Add answers. Save the poll. Pick 8 out of 20 as the style. Use wide 630 pixels, which is good for blog posts. Save the poll and then add it. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. The reason, I accidentally forgot to input the answers, which is, I just now realized why it glitched up. So there's always a solution. And this is what I've run into problems with Weebly. But you just got to stay patient. Eventually, it will show up, and you're just going to want to center it, and that's all. You can also add a bonus poll, an additional poll with a different question. So eventually this will work. Don't fear. You just got to keep trying with this. Alright, I'm not going to say this because obviously this hasn't happened. And, if you have a post and it was accidental, if you accidentally posted something, you can discard the draft, or there will be a button up top there if you have posted something, and it will say delete, like if I posted this. I could go here and say delete post, and that's if you accidentally do a post that was a complete accident. That is the way to easily get rid of it. Let's see. So we covered images, author, title, polls, obviously. So I think we have about covered it. So thank you. I'd like to thank you for considering being a contributor, an editor of MatureNews.com. I really appreciate it. And thanks for taking the time to watch this video to guide you on how to properly edit the website. Thanks again, and go submit some articles. Thank you.